Where go for Operation Chicken Tractor. Hey folks, welcome back to the Rockin' Sea Homestead. My name is Lance. I want to welcome you to our channel. As you just heard, we are in the process of building a chicken tractor for our meat birds that's going to be coming in a couple weeks. We're going to go out of town next weekend, so we want to make sure everything's done before they arrive during the week after that. So this is kind of our weekend to get that done. And I'm kind of fashioning it after the one that Kevin and Sarah did over at Living Tradition Homestead. It's going to be 8 foot by 5 foot. Going to use some cattle panels for the roof structure, and of course some treated 2x4s for the ground structure. And just to make sure that it's extra predator proof, we're going to use some hardware cloth and some chicken wire, and we have a tarp that we're going to use to cover 2/3 of it, so make sure that those little babies can stay nice and dry. And that's the project for today, so let's get after and get it done. So I got the 2 end pieces. So these are going to be 5 foot in length. So I'm just measuring them both out. I got the boards kind of clamped together so they stay nice and lined up and flush with everybody. I'm going to cut it at 5 feet so it's nice and straight. And then that's when we're going to attach it to the other boards and make a rectangle. And we'll just go from there. So as you can see, this is going to be the layout. And what Kevin says is that this is the exact right amount of square footage for 25 meat birds. That's what we're going to get. And you kind of count in a couple of those for loss, either during shipping or first couple weeks. So I think we'll have plenty of room. But how we're going to attach this, I'm a firm believer in these star head screws. These are 3-inch screws, and they just have that special bit, but you don't have to worry about them stripping out and those kind of things. That's what we try to build everything with here on the homestead. It just makes it easier. And I don't have a nail gun, so we're going to screw everything, and if we mess up, we can always take it apart easily. So that's what we're going to do. So the next step, we're going to put in some corner pieces that are going to go right here, and just tighten up these corners. Since this is going to be dragging on the ground, it's just going to give it some more stability and it won't rack and get out of position here. So I'm going to cut those boards and get those things screwed in. So I just got all these little brace boards cut at a 45-degree angle, so it fits right in there perfectly. And I'm going to put these on the top side right now, which this will actually be the bottom. I'm going to flip it all the way over. That's just so I can make sure that it's nice and level and flush across, and don't have to worry about that when we're trying to drag it or something like that. So, and let me tell you, doing these with the chop saw or the miter saw is so much easier than with my circular saw. I mean, just getting the angles done nice and quick and easy. So that's a great tool for the homestead. I would say it's a must-have, especially for these type of projects. All right, so we're going to take this quick commercial break. It was sponsored by the chickens and goats. But we're back in the barn now, and we're about to cut our cattle panel. And we're going to cut it. So essentially here's 8 feet right here in the middle, but I just can't cut it down this one line. I'm going to have to bring it out and actually take out this whole, like 2 sections worth. And then it'll be even all the way across so we can lay them. They're going to lay this way, humped over. So this is where having a good tool. You could use like plier cutters, but this little grinder works really good of cutting this stuff. We've done it before and it cuts through it like butter. So that's what we're going to do now, get these things cut up and we'll get this thing on. We got the cattle panels on. They're not affixed yet to the wood, but all we did was we put one side in and we bent it and we tucked it in over on the other side. And you can kind of see where it gets the little shape for it. And now we're going to attach it to the wood with these little nails or whatever they're called, little big staples or whatever. But one of the hints that Kevin talked about was using a plier to hold your nail on, or your staple or whatever you want to call it, to get it started, so you're not busting your finger. Yeah, that was a good suggestion. Now, if I would have nailed that in there straight, it'd been better. But that's probably good enough. We'll get one more. Well, we got it about halfway done. It's getting late, so we're going to call it quits for this. So this is going to be a part 1 video. So I think this is going to launch on Sunday. So make sure you guys come back on Friday, and part 2 will be on Friday. We'll launch that on Friday. But so far, the hardest part's been trying to nail it. It's just a weird angle with the hammer and the nails, and I don't know if there's an easier way to do that or not, but that was rough. But so far it's going good. Now we just have to put the tarp on, put the ends on, put the chicken wire and the hardware cloth, a couple ropes, we'll be good to go. So folks, thanks for coming back and watching all the way to the end. If you've made it this far, we really do appreciate it. If you haven't caught us on Facebook or Instagram, the links will be down below in our description. Of course, give us a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you haven't, share it with your friends and family if you think they'll like this video. But from our homestead to yours, have a blessed night, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.